Hi, my friends. It is Thursday, which means it is time for the Brax. Oh, okay. My phone just hit a major alert. It is time. Here's another alert for you. It's time for the Braxton beat. Again, I have these AirPods in. I always get you guys to let me know that you can hear me okay. So someone send me a thumbs up. If you can hear me, thumbs up, thumbs up. Perfect. All right. Well, today's going to be fun. I've got a pretty cool chick joining me. Let's see if she's ready. Let's get this party started. Oh, wow. You know what? She's joined way faster than some of my previous guests. She is on it. Okay, so please give it up for DeVille. Oh, look at there
Oh,
she is.
what's going on?
There she is.
Can you see me?
I can see you. Can you see
Okay.
me?
Yeah, I can see you.
Perfect. Well, thanks for joining the Braxton Beat. It's been a long time coming. I've been asking her to join for like ever, and so she finally made some time today. So
WWE forced me to be here with you today, so here I
okay,
am.
well, I'll take it. I'm glad they're on my side. Well, we obviously we're gonna dive into you when it comes to life outside the ring, but we do have to get down to some business about what's been happening in the ring. So first of all, I just want to ask this question. Now that you're no longer tied to Mandy, you're not tied to anyone, you're your own woman right now. Do you feel like now it is your time to take over the women's division and step into that spot and become SmackDown Women's Champion?
Yeah, I mean, listen, for the past 5 years of my life, since the moment that Mandy and I got signed together after Tough Enough, it's obvious to see that I've been second fiddle, and that's what happens when you're around Mandy Rose. She walks into a room and she demands the spotlight because that's just who she is. And now that I've broken away from her and gotten rid of that baggage, so to speak, everyone sees now that I'm the star. And so it's been a weight lifted off my shoulders. I feel exhilarated, I feel rejuvenated, and I feel like everyone's finally starting to see what I always knew.
Well, obviously, Bayley is our current SmackDown Women's Champion, but considering the fact that she is also holding the women's tag team titles, do you feel like maybe now is the time to strike? Because, I mean, she's probably going to be a little distracted with that title as well.
Yeah, I think she put a lot on her plate. I don't know how much she can handle. I mean, Bayley's been a great champ, and she's definitely someone that I want to face and I want to beat up. I think that 2020 is my year. As crazy as this year has been, it kind of makes sense that it's my year because I feel like chaos kind of surrounds me. So I think that the women's SmackDown Women's Championship is in my near future, but there's a lot of people that I want to fight in the meantime too.
Well, one of those women who you've been fighting, you had a couple great matches with one Miss Lacey Evans. Talking about this in the bump yesterday, the two of you are literal powerhouses. Those matches have been insane. But have you considered the fact? I mean, yeah, you want that SmackDown Women's Championship, but she obviously is going to want that SmackDown Women's Championship as well.
Yeah, listen, I love wrestling Lacey. Honestly, she's athletic, she's tough. I mean, she's tough, and so I enjoy being in the ring with her. I know she can handle a lot of what I have to give, and so I'd like to fight her again because obviously Mandy once again had a meddle in my business and try and distract me and cause me a loss. I mean, honey, I already beat you twice fair and square. What's the problem, Tootsie? You want a third? Come on.
Now, this is another question, and maybe something you haven't really considered yet, but again, the women's tag team titles have really been kind of making their waves lately. We've been seeing a lot of matchups. Is there any other person who you would want to team up with to maybe eventually go after that, like those titles? Lacey Evans could even possibly be someone. I mean, the two of you together could possibly be unstoppable. Not even into it.
Listen. My time. I've stood second best for way too long, and I'm not looking back. This is my time to show the world what I can do, and not to say that I can't be part of a great tag team in the future, but right now is Sonya Deville's time to stand on her own.
All right. Let's talk about you outside of the ring. It is Pride Month,
Happy Pride-
and so I was gonna talk to you about that shirt, by the way. That might be one of the coolest shirts that WWE Shop has put out. Were you part of the creative process at all with that? Let's see it again.
Yeah,
That is such a cool shirt.
for sure. So the guy that actually handles it all through Foot Action, Urban Aztec Designs, he reached out to me and he was like, what do you want to do with this shirt? Like, it was complete. He gave me complete creative control. And then they obviously came up with this final product, which I'm obsessed with. But it was actually a photo shoot I did with Ryan Loco, where we went on the beach and we got rainbow paint and kind of like threw it all over me. And it was like on the whim kind of thing. We were like, let's see what kind of cool shoot we could do for Pride. And this was like maybe 2 years ago, Pride. And it ended up being a really cool shoot. And so I sent the photo to Foot Action and I was like, do you guys think we could like use this as a basis for some inspo for the shirt? And they ended up doing it using the actual photo on the shirt and throwing in some rainbow coloring and orange background and then putting some cool quotes and phrases that I stand for on it. So yeah, it's a badass shirt and I was stoked.
It is, yeah, it's definitely, I think, the coolest shirt on shop right now. So congratulations on that. Now, you talked a little bit about this on WWE Backstage with Renee and Paige, but when you came out to the world, it was very publicly on Tough Enough, and that was several years back. But now looking like present day, how often do you receive messages from LGBTQ fans about how much that moment has meant to their current journey?
Yeah, more often than not, I get a lot of messages. I'm really blessed. I have a crazy loyal fan base, as WWE does in general, but the LGBTQ plus community is a huge demographic of that. And so I get messages all the time. Obviously, it means a lot to me. Looking back at that moment, it's funny because it's been 5 years now, and it's like in that moment, I was scared. I was all the things that people following me are going through right now. And so I think it's cool for them to see kind of like the 360 of how I felt then and how uncomfortable I was. And then to see me go on this journey in front of the camera's eyes, honestly, you know, between Total Divas and SmackDown and Raw, everyone's kind of seen my journey play out before my eyes. So, and the growth that I've gone through. So it's cool for them to relate to it and, you know that it's okay to be whoever they want to be. And that's something that I've always stood for. But yeah, it's been really cool to share that with them.
And you've always been very public about how big of a supporter you are of equality, again, whether it is LGBTQ plus or Black Matters for that matter. So what does it mean for you personally to be such a public representation of all of these causes?
Yeah, I think it's so important. I think it's almost vital that when you have a platform, such a large platform, WWE and with social media these days, to use it for something positive that you stand for. And something that I've always stood for, and this goes back to, you know, youth, is equality for all. I have always hated injustice. I've always hated discrimination. And, you know, everything that's going on right now, I feel almost like it's our job to speak out against the injustice going on in our country right now, because we have an impact and we do have the ability to make a change. So Black Lives Matter, my clothing company, Demandies, we're actually doing part of proceeds going to Black Lives Matter this month, and part of proceeds going to the Trevor Project, which is an LGBTQ plus anti-suicide.
That's awesome.
Foundation as well. So yeah, I think it's important that we use our platform to make a change.
And that was actually my next question. Anytime I talk to a superstar, whether it's here on the bump, we do talk about platforms. A lot of people in this company use the platform of WWE for whatever cause that they are representing. Would you have ever believed back when you first hit the WWE scene, even in Tough Enough days, that this would be the way that you're able to, again, get your message out there? I mean, I was going to ask if you have a dream scenario of how you'd like to get the message out there, but I imagine you're kind of living it right now.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like you said, looking back, you never think you're going to be where you are. I mean, time changes everything, and timing is everything, especially in this company. You know, I was just always a young person with big dreams, you know, and I came from a really small town in South Jersey where I talk about there was hardly any representation of the LGBTQ community and not much diversity at all. And I always saw a bigger picture. I always wanted to get out and experience the world. And, you know, I've kind of been a gypsy for the past 10 years of my life since I graduated high school. I've lived in LA and New York and South Florida, Central Florida. So I love seeing the world and I love expanding my mind to different things. So it's really cool to be where I am now, able to speak on what I know and what I've been through.
What other things would you like to accomplish? Whether it is, I know you are into acting, But again, what other things do you want to accomplish outside of the ring, but also still bringing all of this full circle, using everything that you've done and are representing? What goals you have?
Yeah, I mean, obviously within WWE, it's being the most dominant force that's to be reckoned with in division, and not just the women's division, WWE overall, first and foremost. Secondly, acting is something that I've loved since I was young, and I took my first acting class I think when I was like 12 years old. It's always been like my dream is to be on TV, and I've been able to do that with WWE, which has been awesome.
Mm-hmm.
But to further that, I want to act. And, obviously Batwoman role just opened up.
Mm-hmm.
We're looking for an LGBTQ representative to play the role, I think. And so that's definitely something that I'm aspiring to hopefully do. And then something that I've been thinking about lately that I think just kind of comes natural to what I stand for and what I believe in is public speaking. And I don't know where that path's going to take me yet. I don't know exactly what it looks like. But I'm speaking it into the universe right now, and I think it will come to fruition in the next, decade of my life. I want to.
I'm sure sooner than that. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, who knows?
Oh my, I love that. I love that. And
Yeah,
people are going to listen to you, and that's
thank you.
important.
Yeah, like I said, I don't like injustice, and bullying is one of the biggest things that bothers me on top of everything else that we already mentioned, and that's something that's really important to me. And I've mentioned in the past, like I want to go to schools and talk to kids, because I remember being that kid, sitting there when we had assemblies or speakers come in, and how impactful that was when it was somebody influential, that you saw on TV and stuff like that. So I would love to, hit the ground running and start getting my feet wet in that kind of arena.
Everyone who's watching, go to Twitter right now and start tweeting all of these things out to the Twitterverse, and maybe it'll happen in the actual universe.
That's real. That's like a real thing.
I know. Oh my God, if you're freaking superhero on TV, you're already a superhero on TV, but is it? Don't judge me for this. Is that Marvel? Or is it? I get them mixed up. Batwoman?
Yeah.
Marvel. I'm so bad with superhero stuff. There's DC and Marvel.
It's DC.
It's DC.
It's DC.
None of you come after me for that one. Oh my God.
Came after. And to be honest, I never was into like comics hardcore, but Batwoman is just a badass phenomenon. I mean, it's like, and I think the thing that appeals it to me is not only is she strong, and everyone's saying DC in the comments. Yeah.
I'm going to get berated for that one.
But Batwoman, not only is she such a strong figure, and it's so cool to see female superheroes, because I feel like when we were younger, they weren't that prevalent. I mean, we had Wonder Woman, but it wasn't not like a TV show on CW all about Batwoman. And being that Ruby Rose was a gay Batwoman, I mean, I just think that's so cool.
It is cool. What's the support been in the locker room? I mean, I feel like a lot of the women are behind you with all of this, and men.
Yeah, no, it's been crazy good. It's been a mixture of, some people are shocked. Some people didn't know that I think I was capable of, the things that I've shown I can do over the past couple months. And then other people are just, I think, proud of me and happy for me, because they know that I've been waiting for these opportunities and asking for them. And so they're happy to see them finally, come to life. So it's been all positive though. Everyone's been super supportive. I was talking to Kevin Owens the other day backstage, and he was like, "Oh my God, all I see on my Twitter timeline is, Sonya Deville." And I was like, "Oh, thanks, man. That means a lot coming from you." So yeah, it's been really great.
Well, it's your time, and you have worked for it. You haven't just expected it to come your way. I remember being at NXT with you. I was terrified of her when I first met her. I remember the first time I saw Sonya Deville sitting on like the apron at the Performance Center. She had these cornrows. Like, this girl will literally kick my I was so scared of her.
No. Oh my God. That is so funny. I didn't know that.
I never told you that?
A little intimidating, I guess.
You're intimidating?
What?
Yeah, I mean, you did. Like, you with the hair, and you're still intimidating, but we know she's a sweetheart at heart.
Yeah, I'm a goofball. I'm gonna bring it back, I think. What
do what? Bring it back?
I think I'm gonna bring it back. That was fun.
You should do like just two big long.
Those are cool. Yeah.
Well, again, I totally believe this is your time. I think it'd be super cool to see you as SmackDown Women's Champion. I don't think anyone would argue that you deserve it because you definitely do. But in the meantime, keep kicking butt in the ring and outside of the ring. And on behalf of everyone here watching, we appreciate that all you do to support these causes out into the world. And yeah, you're going to go far. So now, before I let you go, I like to always play a little rapid fire game with my guests. And look at this, my earring just fell out. That's super cool. How on brand for me, huh? You know what? Forget it. We'll just wear one. This is cool. A little rapid fire game just to like learn more. And there goes one of my AirPods. Hold on.
live stream right now, guys. This is what you got.
Whatever. That's what happens here on the Braxton Beat. Okay, so rapid fire. I'm just going to ask you questions. Answer as fast as you can, or you can say fast if you don't want to. Okay?
Got it.
Here we go. 1. You get 3 words to describe yourself. What are they?
Honest, loyal, stubborn.
Okay. What is something that everyone else loves that you secretly find overrated? Like if it's a food or a...
Oh, that's a hard one. Overrated.
TV show. Mandy Rose. I'm just kidding. Sorry, Mandy. Sorry.
Oh my God. So overrated. Yes. Wow.
That did not come from me. Okay. I think I know the answer to this question. Would you rather have a home on the beach or in the mountains?
Beach.
What kind of things just really make you laugh? I know this one too for you.
Falling.
What is it?
People falling.
People falling. I say that or like lame jokes.
Or, yeah.
Okay, if you could just jump into a pool of something that's not water, what would it be?
Oh, red wine, but that would stain my whole body. Yeah, maybe red wine.
I'm down for that. We already know this one too. If you could be any fictional character, who would it be?
Right, that woman.
Yes. What habit are you the proudest of breaking?
Maybe overthinking things, you know?
Oh, good.
As I get older, it's just like, you know,
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Did you have any weird nicknames as a kid?
D-Rizzle.
I'm totally calling you that next time I see you.
D-Rizzle and Big D. Yeah, Big D.
Okay.
Very tiny. I was always like skinny and scrawny, and so they'd make fun of me and call me Big D.
Big D. Okay, just a couple more. Let me decide which one I want to do. What is the last show you binge watched?
Little Fires Everywhere.
Oh, such a good show.
Really good.
Favorite item of clothing?
Long black t-shirt.
How many of those do you have?
Literally, I'll post it on Instagram when we're done because it's kind of sad.
All right, last but not least. If you could be any animal, what would you be?
Ooh, Panther. Black Panther.
A Black Panther.
Yeah.
Do it again. What's your... Oh, boy. Okay, Sonia. No, you're awesome. Thank you for doing this today. And like I said, thanks for everything that you do in and out of the ring. And Sonia for SmackDown Women's Champion. Let's go.
Thanks, dude. Universe. Appreciate you.
Yes, thank you. I will see you soon.
All right, bye.
She's awesome, right? Don't tell her I said that. She's pretty great. Thank you guys for tuning in to another Braxton Beat here every Thursday at 12 p.m. Eastern. I already know who my guest is going to be next week, but I'm not going to tell you yet. So you'll just have to wait and find out because it's going to be a surprise. And I promise all of you will want to watch. So again, thank all of you. Go out into the world, be a light, spread happiness, be a good example, use your platform, and just be good to one another and be good to yourselves, okay? All right. Bye, guys.